Now, one point that I see as potentially being a sort of light at the end of the tunnel is that people generally do seem receptive to progressive politics. The fact that Connie Chan beat out Shoykot resoundingly and came in second to Scott Wiener, who is a staple in statewide politics, is pretty important. Using simple math, if Shoykot's backers support Chan in November, she would beat out Wiener. Now, obviously, it's not that simple. There are likely some people who would come up with some reasoning to vote for Wiener uh, over Chan. There are probably some people who are salty that Shoykot didn't win, and that's why they'd vote for Wiener, or not at all. But if a lot of people who claim to have these progressive politics were to, use some basic logic, they would see that Chan is more progressive than Wiener. I think part of the reason why she won has to do with the strong community base that she's built in San Francisco. She owns no stocks. She co-sponsored the ceasefire resolution with Dean Preston around the genocide in Gaza. She's actually called what's happening a genocide. She's rejected direct support from AIPAC despite Shoykot's last-minute attempts to smear her and obfuscate the fact that he owns stocks and companies that are anti-BDS. And so that's definitely a win. I also want to point out in Sacramento, Mei Vang is second right now to Doris Matsui. So Vang has rejected corporate PAC money, has generally supported progressive causes like banning stock trading and overturning Citizens United. And so this is a positive development. I think it's unfortunate because there's been some allegations that Matsui has been supporting Republican candidate Zachariah Wooden in an attempt to knock Vang out of position. And to me, it doesn't seem like the most likely that Vang would win in a November runoff between her and Matsui, partially due to the redistricting from Prop 50, putting more red districts in this race. But it does show that people are interested in younger progressives, especially stacked up against older establishment candidates. So those are just some general thoughts that I have the day after the elections. Obviously, some of these polls are still rolling in, and there's a lot more that's going to play out in the coming months. Hope you have a great day. Hope you're grateful that we don't have to deal with all these mailers and all these ads for now. And I'll see you soon. Take care.